Shout out to everybody. I want to talk to y'all real quick. You know what I'm saying? They'll wake up. You know what I'm saying? 7 a.m. woke in the morning with Henny, caffeine, and green, and nicotine. No dose, so pop a couple of doses ripped up and Mr. Clean, make it clean. Deep in my temple and not to get sentimentally steamed with my instability. And heated especially for your team in the 45 and the D will be between the scenes. Destroy your dreams, you're willing to die. We'll see. How many flavor we cause the scene? We mean mug, mo, thug, trying to be perfect. Disciples with a survival tug, never double-edged sword, triple, 6 rivals, spitting fire. It's the real truth. Break it out for lives, mama size. Gotta get ready for Armageddon. It's expire. It's wild. Bless the child. The one that became a man. Been in position, so for the clear. All that I had to do was stare. Test me now. Contend, never no surrender, no pretend. Pick up my pen in my hand. One of my trusted friend. Hey! Open the last seal for real. We all sued and beg my pardon. The Martin, remember we ain't marching, we shooting and then the recruiting. That's a thug boy. Every day in the ghetto, we start up a dealer, we get up a bottle, we're paying the pad to kick the level, kick it. Yes! Shout out. You know what I'm saying? PIPERBOY, why you keep rapping? Cause I feel like it. Wake up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. I do want to say this, you know what I mean, before I get out of here. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that ended up watching the live. You know what I mean? We had a little bit of fun. We talked about the whole, you know what I'm saying, the Serious Jones, The Rock, and the Serious Jones kind of pulling up on Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what was size? Relax. Shout out. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and watch that live. You know what I mean? We talked about a lot of stuff. Shout out to everybody, all the supporters. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a chance before I get into all this. See the difference. Now, this is an iPhone right here. It's different. Like yesterday, it was the Android. You know what I'm saying? That's why I look like 1995. I'm just saying what it was. That was the Android. This is the iPhone. You know what I'm saying? This ain't like a brand new iPhone. You know what I'm saying? 13 Pro Max. That's why I look different. Wait a minute. Shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? I do want to say this. It's a lot going on. Shout out to Easy the Block Captain. He had the Trenches event that went on. I think it went on in Detroit. You know, he's got like a tournament or whatever, you know, and I think like the winner of the tournament and all that's going to win like 10 grand, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. I asked him, like, thank God I didn't put a post out, right? So I asked Easy, I'm like, yo, did Muap win or did he lose? He like, yo, the pay-per-view, he's texting me. I know he's screaming. The pay-per-view's only $27. Get the pay-per-view now. Stop playing. Buy the pay-per-view. They good about it. Buy the pay-per-view. Stop asking me questions. Buy the pay-per-view. Yes. Yo, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I kind of wanted to see that, you know, Muap versus King to see what happened, you know what I mean? But I ended up like posting, you know what I mean, asking people on Twitter, and they ended up responding. You know what I mean? They saying that Muap didn't win. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I might have to check it out. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody. I do want to say this. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. You know what I mean? First of all, I see, what is it, Easy the Block Captain, he's putting out a post saying like, yo, let's put egos aside. You know what I'm saying? Let's put egos aside and get to this money, basically, is what he's saying. You know, he wants to go back to the URL. Some people are saying things like, yo, well, Easy the Block Captain, like, you know, the clout's fading. I don't really think so. You know what I'm saying? We just saying like he went live a few times and he still had a lot of numbers in there. And this is like a time where it's not much going on in battle rap. So for him to like be pulling like 1,500, 1,700 people in there listening to him, I can't say that, you know what I'm saying, is true, it's accurate. You know, but, you know what I mean, it's all up to the fans' interpretation, what they think. You know, so Beasley goes ahead, and this just dropped about like 15 minutes ago, right? I think No Bars interviewed him, and this is after Smack Volume. He had a couple choice words to say, right? First of all, he addressed like hip hop is real. He was just like, he made a good point. It's not going against y'all or nothing like that, but he made a good point. He was just like, I kind of want y'all to be honest with everything of what's going on. So, for an example, you know, instead of saying like, how do y'all feel about URL blocking the battle? How about saying things like, how do you feel about URL enforcing a contract? You know what I mean? Because when you put out a person's blocking a battle instead of enforcing a contract, it's like, you know, a different narrative that gets, you know, thrown out there. It's a different perspective for the eyes of the viewers, for the fans, you know, and I do feel like that's right. He kind of right about that. You know, like how we all talk about, like, you know what I'm saying, me, or, you know, how when they interview people, they talk about it. You know, but at the same time, it's media. You know what I'm saying? Beasley, it is what it is. If something going on in a battle block, they gonna get somebody up there and they gonna talk about it. You know, and they gotta get the clicks, you know, and we know how to title things and get clicks. It just is what it is. If everything was all like how it's supposed to be, Beasley, you know when nobody be watching this? Wait a minute. You gotta title it right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta interview the right people. No bar. You know how somebody trying to talk a little crazy. You're like, but you got to get the information out. You know what I'm saying? Get the information out from him. So he talking and no bars like, yeah. All right. So how you feel about, you know what I'm saying? And he asked a question about, yo, Easy the Block Captain put out, you know what I'm saying, a post. You know, and he's basically saying he's willing to come back to the URL. What do you feel about that? And then Beasley is basically along the lines of saying, like, yo, you know what I mean? I ain't know you was going to ask me that. Beasley! Like, come on, he trying to do journalism. He asking you a question. Like, straight, like, what? Come on, bro. All the questions got to go through you first. So he asked you a question. This ain't like going in on you, Beasley. So he asked the question, and Beasley was like, yo, like, I really got to sit down and think about that. You know what I mean? And put more thought on it before I say something. You know, like, I'm not saying, like, he basically is not saying it's not possible. But he was like, a conversation has to be had. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the conversation is. I mean, obviously somebody broke a contract. You know what I'm saying? And they went on the media run talking crap. It's over. He went on the media run. You know, then y'all got mad. Y'all got petty after he got petty. Then we had the disaster trailer. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see whether or not this can be worked out. Obviously, if you're a person like Easy the Block Cap, you're probably looking at the climate of battle rap, you know, and you seeing like certain people you want to battle, you know what I mean? Maybe he do want to get the rock battle out the way, you know what I mean? It would make sense for him to just, talk to him if they can do some sort of, maybe like a 2 or 3 battle deal. You know what I mean? If it makes sense, make it happen, you know? But Beasley said a conversation has to be had. You know what I'm saying? Easy, when you talk to him, just record it. I want to hear this. Easy. I want to hear this conversation. I got to hear everything. Can y'all imagine that? I said Beasley, and y'all said Beasley, him on the phone talking about this, bro. I want to hear everything. Y'all saying, but he's saying like, just a conversation has to be had, you know, and maybe you got to run it through like a couple of channels. I don't know. I wouldn't be mad. I feel like this right now. To be real, URL, y'all kind of need him. Y'all said y'all do. You got all these artists that's up there. Y'all paying them all this money. You know, maybe it's not like a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be fair, right? Y'all paying these artists enough for them to battle on there, right? And they choking, they messing up, they not taking it serious, they not showing up for the battles. You know what I'm saying? And you got Easy the Block Captain, crazy work ethic. You know what I mean? He's going to put in the time. He's going to be working 8 hours a day on his material, practicing, you know, and taking it, taking it serious to the points where he's going to try to win, you know, and I think that's missing over there. You got a lot of people that's friends, you know what I'm saying, just chilling, hanging out. And you seen like after the battle of Volume 11, you know what I'm saying, Volume 11, everybody kicking it, eating Arsenal's food, you know what I'm saying, eating brownies and all that, you know what I mean? I don't know. You know, so y'all kind of need somebody that's a little bit more structured over there. And then you got like one of the big battles that you got left, because Tay-Rock don't really got no big battles. He just battled Serious Jones. You know, this is not a diss to Serious Jones. He's a legend. But, you know what I mean? Like, he don't really have nothing bigger than that. It might be a situation where y'all do put your ego aside, figure out something. Maybe Remy Ma, she could broker the deal. You know what I mean? And figure out how to make it work best for y'all, you know what I mean? And have it work for him, you know? So I wouldn't be mad at that, but shout out to Beasley for at least being open-minded, you know? Because in a situation like this, if somebody breaks a contract that they're in and they go on the media run and they trash the league, you know, it's easy for a person, I wouldn't even say ego, to just be like, no, I don't want to talk to this person at all, you know? And if he's willing to talk, that shows growth, you know what I mean? So I don't know, shout out to him. You know what I mean? But Easy, like, you brave, bruh. After all of that, you know what I'm saying? Everything you said to P, wait a minute. And you still gonna go over there? You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Shout out to you. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean? If that's what you want to do, and then Rock can get that battle, y'all can do that, get it out of the way. You know, maybe you can get somebody else, you know what I mean, a look or something. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. You know, maybe they put on the app for a minute, work out a YouTube release. It could be, you know what I mean? It could, I mean, Ocho just got a release the next day. They could do something. You know what I mean? Shout out. Now, I do want to say this. Hitman Holla went crazy last night. He went crazy. Y'all ain't hear that? He was going off. He was going off. Y'all know, like, so, all right, so I did like I'm sick. I did a blog, right? So I talked about what Smack was saying. I think he did like a 15 minutes of fame interview, right? So I talked about what Smack was saying. Smack is basically saying he's tired of artists going to smaller leagues, taking less money, and coming back to the URL and trying to, you know what I mean, ask for more money, is what he's saying, you know, and that's understandable. I completely understand that, right? So I put up like, I think it was like a tweet, you know what I mean? I put up a tweet and it went crazy. Y'all know how it is. So I put a post up on Twitter and it was basically him, Smack on 15 Minutes of Fame talking, right? And it did a lot of numbers. It did a lot of traction, a lot, you know, battlers on there, all that, right? So I don't know how Hitman seen it. Maybe he just seen like the 15 Minutes of Fame interview. I don't know, right? So he goes live on Spaces and he was basically saying like, you know, he don't understand why they're saying that there's no money in battle rap, and they just did an event where they had Murder Mook and Geechee Gotti and a plethora of artists on there, right? So he's like, yo, like, how are you saying this? And there is money in battle rap. You know what I mean? I'm in battle rap. I got a chance to see numbers. There is money in battle rap. Like, why would you even put that out? It's kind of what he's saying. He's kind of having a back and forth with the boss, right? And I will say, shout out to her. She asked, you know what I mean, him like a lot of like real questions, you know, and she played like a devil's advocate, right? But she kind of was trying to make him aware because he's like, yo, like I run it, you know what I'm saying? I know how this go. And you know, you look at the numbers and all that and people, you know what I mean? People want more money, right? Understand that. But she said something to him and I think he kind of got it, but I don't know. She was just like, yo, how would you feel? You know, you got bags and bodies. So you go ahead and you pay somebody a pretty decent amount of money. They go over to Joe Smo League and battle for a little bit of nothing. And then they come back and they're trying to ask you for more money. You know, she was trying to say that. And he was just like, yo, I would be like, yeah, that's dope. You know, you come back, you want more money. You know what I mean? I'll give you a little bit more money. That's cool when you dealing with like an artist that may only want like $3,000 to $5,000 or something like that. But when you dealing with an artist that might want like 20, 30,000, like that changes. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just a blogger. I'm one out of many. I'm commenting on this situation. You know, and I do want to say this and put this out here. I've heard a lot of league owners say like, yo, people want Easy said it. John said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, people are asking for money that they can't recoup. You know what I'm saying? Like the league can't recoup. You know, and people don't want to put names on the people that can't recoup what they're asking for. People are cool, you know what I mean? They may want to do business with the person later on at another time. You never know. You know, but people are not recouping what they're asking. That's the problem over there at the URL. You know what I mean? And then they don't have, like, the caffeine deal. So without the caffeine deal, they're pretty much going into their own pockets to make everything happen. Yeah, they got the YouTube money, which you know, Hitman, like, you doing YouTube bags and bodies, yeah, you getting money. But if somebody asks you for like 30 grand, yeah, they got pay-per-view now. I'm just say that. They got pay-per-view, they got the app money, they got all that. But maybe they got like a business plan to where they want to run another year. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want somebody like coming in there like, yo, I want $50,000 for this battle. You know what I mean? Then you got to pay two people like $50,000. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe like a Lux and Daylight. You know what I mean? And then after that, you still got a whole card you got to fill up. Then you got, you know what I'm saying? Like a venue you got to pay for. You got lighting. You got to pay somebody to film it. You got, you know what I mean? Sound engineer, all that. You know what I mean? Maybe they don't want to go into red. You know what I mean? Or potentially go into red. You know, but Hitman is saying like, yo, I'm willing to work certain things out. You know, as an artist, you know, maybe a percentage. You know, I could show you, I could bet on myself. and show you like what I can bring in. You know, but I think it's kind of difficult to, you know what I'm saying, not you, but like for other artists to really show that the people are coming in or watching something specifically for them. You know, unless there's like a link and they, you know what I mean, they're marketing, they're putting a link on their social media, you know what I mean, people are going to the link, you know what I'm saying, and ordering the pay-per-view from there, like how KOTD did. Then they can track where the viewers are coming from, you know, and then break down the analytics and everything, and then what makes sense. You know, but when you got, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these artists that y'all know ain't really, they go to Easy's league and take like, what a True Folk one? This ain't no diss. What was like $2,300? I can't remember. But go over there and ask for that, and then go back to, I'm not saying ask URL for a lot of money, but go to the URL and ask it for like 510. You know, so it's kind of, I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below about that. It was a dope live. You know what I mean? Then after the live, you had Black Ice Cartel. They ended up, I think like John Doe from Black Ice Cartel, he got up there, he was talking to Hitman, he's basically challenging, you know, Hitman, like, yo, let's do Bags and Bodies versus Black Ice Cartel. And Hitman was like, yeah, well, you take your best 5 against my best 5. Like, who is your best 5? He started naming his, you know what I'm saying, certain people. And Hitman was like, oh, we'll beat y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a interesting live, you know. So shout out to him. I say this, you know, like if I'm Smack, yeah, I think they should have been did this with a lot of these artists. I think there should have been you know what I'm saying? Because you got Smack, right? Caffeine gave him a deal. And he's like, he got people on caffeine like for months. All they doing is sitting there and chiefing, you know what I mean? Laughing and looking at the comments, not even really engaging in anything, right? Getting paid like $5,000 a month just to sit down, not work, not do nothing. Then they still booking them. They don't want to market. They don't want to promote. Some of them choking, you know what I'm saying? And then you get, and I don't want to say no names. Like then they got artists that they paying monthly for battles. Then they don't want to do the battles. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what more can they do at the end of the day? Do they keep just shelling out money? People don't care. They choking. They messing up. You know what I mean? Then you got to think about that too. Like, what if you paying somebody a lot of money? They choke. They mess up. They don't care. They go to another league. They charge the league like $1,500. They have a fire performance on the other league. They come back to your league. They're asking for wild money. Then you give them the wild money, and then you got everybody watching. Your sponsors watching. They filming it, all this, and then they choking and messing up and not caring. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like there needed to be like a battle rap reset. I think it should have happened a while ago, but Hitman was like, yo, the battlers, they need to stand up. I tried to get people to stand up a while ago, you know what I mean, with the strike 2.5, try to get people to, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, I stood back. I didn't take, you know what I'm saying, take battles just to take battles. Like, I believed in myself. I wanted a certain amount of money. It is what it is. But everybody ain't Hitman. Like, Hitman Holla, yeah, he draws attention. Hitman's on the card, people are going to pay attention. Him versus Easy the Block Captain, battle rap stopped. Everybody wanted to see what happened with that. But not everybody can do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't picking on you, True Folk. I'm just saying, like, a True Folk can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Or like a Swervo or something. Like, they can't do stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Shout out to him. It is good to see that he's engaged. He's paying attention to what's going on. But, you know, at the same time, I do feel like it needs to be some sort of reset. People need to earn, you know what I mean, what they're getting paid. I'm just a blogger. I don't care. You know what I mean? They're going to be on Twitter. Oh, PIPERBOY. Like, don't nobody care. He a blog. Y'all need to earn what. When I just paid $40, when I could have bootlegged this event, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here watching somebody choke. You think Chess was up there for free? This ain't going to hit me. I'm just saying, like, people in general. He's up there getting paid, and he's choking and throwing up and messing up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just him, you know what I mean? Twerk got up there choking. You know, so it's not, you know, so what do they do? Do they keep throwing money out? What do they do? You know, they kind of had a disadvantage, like, with the fans. Like, fans don't care about that part. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, are we going to be, as fans as a whole, are people going to be as critical with Rare Breed Entertainment, with other leagues? You know what I'm saying? I'm curious. You know, but it's like when Smack says something, what I feel like needs to be said. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you can't be doing that no more. You know, Smack is saying like, yo, the eyes are over here. People are watching this. You know what I mean? So, you know, why am I paying you more money? Some people could say, well, you know, yeah, they're watching it. We're bringing you guys traction. You know what I mean? Yeah, we want more money. But, you know, Smack, he may feel like different now. He ran years doing that, you know, and it didn't work. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's been able to do battles back to back to back. They running out of battles. Battlers don't really got a choice at this point. You know what I mean? They don't. Everybody in battled. They battled out. They went on all these small leagues, taking like $500, $800, $2,000. You know what I mean? And battled themselves out. A lot of people did. You know, and so they don't have much of a choice now. You know, maybe they may see that. Like, yo, they smell blood. Like, yo, all right, like now we ain't paying as much. Could be that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Should Easy the Block Captain go back to the URL? Yes, I think he should. You know what I mean? Should URL, like, consider him back? Yes, it got to make sense. You know what I mean? For both parties. You know, they got to, that was a big deal, him leaving the way that he did. You know, and the disrespect going both ways. You know, so, I mean, like Beasley said, it's a conversation that needs to be had. I'm glad he said that, you know, because there's a, you know, then they can make, you know, the battle between him and Rock happen. You know what I mean? That would be dope for the culture. The culture is stopped. Everybody will talk about it. You know what I mean? The marketing, the promotion leading up to the battle will be fire. Easy's got his own channel. 50, what do you got, like 52, 54,000 like followers on there? You know, he's willing to market. You know, you got a lot of people that's not willing to do that. There's no power over there on the URL no more. Not to sound like Averb, but Averb is right. Ain't no power over there. You know what I mean? Who are the power players? We just seen we seen face-offs that were boring. All them face-offs was boring. Not one was lit. You know what I'm saying? They went on spaces. They was talking and trying to get, you know, Sirius Jones, Rock, all that. It was boring. You know what I mean? There's no power. When Verb goes into spaces, 400 dedicated people listening all the time. You know what I mean? He can get it lit. He's not afraid to cross certain lines. Yeah, in battle rap, but he's not afraid to cross certain lines to get the public to watch. You know what I mean? So y'all have got to get some power players over there to make it work to where y'all can get the newer talent looks. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. I'm just a blogger. Wait a minute. I was blogger of the year last year. The numbers showed it. I ain't have one blog below 10,000 views. I was like, yo, this year I'm just on cruise control. But I'm thinking about turning up. Like, as you can see, it's always something to talk about. Always. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter if it's an event or if it's just news. It's always every day something to talk about. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. I'm back on my iPhone. It's lit. It's going on eBay. I can't do it no more. It's, oh. Shout out to everybody. And I watched that. Y'all be lying. I watched that Dune movie. Y'all like, yo, watch Dune. It's lit. Dune was boring. It took me a week to watch that movie, the first one. It was boring. Y'all said, y'all be lying. I ain't answering no DMs. Y'all be lying. I'm like, yo, what movie y'all watching this week? Everybody DM me. Oh, Dune, you gotta see Dune. Dune is fire. It took me a week to watch this movie. It is boring. Watching sand. I'm looking at sand. Why am I looking at sand and the sandworm? Like, why is this? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? But I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.